You've heard the phrase happy campers. Well, the saying definitely holds true for this group even after 7 days out in the wilderness.
We built a fire and we built a dam on the...
And these youngsters just got back from an overnight where they had to hike a couple of miles to their site. What exactly is the appeal of camping in the backcountry?
One of the things that makes backcountry camping unique is that you're out there. It's a great way to get people in an environment where everything is new to them and really kind of pushes their limits, so to speak, in terms of getting used to not having the shower around or not having a bathroom around.
No shower, no bathroom, but somehow licensed New York State guide Jim Kobach convinced us that camping out in the backwoods was an experience not to be missed.
We'll fight over that later.
Joined by a couple of brave members of our crew, we pack up the tents, sleeping bags, and extra clothes, and leave our cars behind for a night out in the backcountry.
So we'll let them know how many we have and
Overnight.
we're in for a night.
We're in for the night, and we're going for the long haul. A few hundred yards into our hike, it becomes clear why you should only carry in what you really need. These packs can get heavy.
Come on, Tim, let's go. Don't sit. You're going to cramp up.
Come on, we're almost there.
Hey, I know a quicker way up the mountain.
Oh, yeah, what's that?
Walk faster.
Are you able to camp anywhere? Actually, you're not. We're going to camp at a designated site, so a site that's actually been put aside for wilderness camping. And in most wilderness areas, you can camp, 150 feet from either trail or stream or road, but in the high peaks, you have to camp at designated sites.
And after a mile or so of hiking, we found one, just on the edge of beautiful Copperas Pond.
Look at this. Gorgeous. What do you think about spending the night here?
This looks amazing.
I could think of worse spots.
I mean,
This
I know
looks great.
we're awfully close to the water, but I know it's okay because we got the disc over there. They're telling us this is a designated site. So this is a perfect place for us to set up and enjoy the evening.
Sounds good.
All right, let's.
I love the spot. A perfect setting for a night in the woods and a perfect location for minimum impact camping.
Actually, you can tell that the site's been used. There's a big fire ring, and there's some nice, pretty worn out areas, which it's going to sound surprising, but in minimum impact, you want to use a site that's been heavily used over a pristine site. So what we really need to do now that we're here, we have to set up. It's going to be our home for tonight. So we're going to have a cooking area, and a kitchen, and we want to keep that separate from our sleeping area, and that's more just to keep the odors of the food and stuff away from where we're sleeping. So in case we do get any visitors,
Okay.
They don't visit us.
I want to sleep way over there.
So I think we'll put one of our tents. We'll put a tent over there. We'll set up the kitchen over here, and then the big thing that I have to do is find a place to hang the bear bag.
The bear bag is to hang food away from potential unwanted visitors. Black bears are bold animals and will stop at nothing to get at your food. So while some of the crew sets up camp and while we still have some daylight, Jim heads to an area a bit away from our campsite to do a classic bear hang. It's a method used to hang food out of a bear's reach.
Yeah, the secret to a good bear bag is a Ziploc bag, a nice rock, and some nice black rope because bears can't see it. That's the key.
Of course, it helps to have an arm like Roger Clemens, too. Jim throws a line about 30 feet long over a branch in the tree. Should be well out of a bear's reach, at least 15 feet in the air. Then he throws another rope over a branch on a tree about 10 feet away.
You ready to hoist?
Ready to hoist.
All right, hopefully.
After tying the ropes together to a clip, it's time to send the bag up and out of the bear's reach. Very clever.
Yeah.
I like that, Jim.
All right, let's go start cooking. I think on the menu I got a bunch of different things. I got some burritos, I've got some soup, I've got some couscous and taco burger combo. So we'll try a bunch of different things. What I'll do is I'll set up the stove and get that going. I am going to need some water. We'll use our lake right here for our little pond. So
it doesn't matter that it's not filtered?
Nope, we'll make sure it's at a nice rolling boil. That's the
You can get one of these white gas stoves at your local hardware store, and it has enough gas in it to cook a weekend's worth of meals for a party of 5.
Hello. Hey, how you guys doing?
About midway through dinner, we get a visit from New York State Forest Ranger Chris Costas. Part of his job is to make campers aware of the potential dangers of black bears in wilderness areas.
In some areas, the bear hang's not really working anymore because the bears have gotten kind of smart to them, yeah. Unfortunately, in areas where the bears have grown up with that typical bear hang, they've learned how to get at that food, so even the best bear hangs aren't working.
The recommended solution is to use bear-resistant canisters like this one. It's the ideal method for storing food, toiletries, and any items with a scent.
What's neat about them is the bear just can't get a grip on it. It's got a real smooth surface with no edges to it really. So the bear can't get his teeth on it, can maybe pick it up, but can't really hold it too well. So what you do with this is you fill it with your food, and then you stash it about 100 feet away from your campsite's good.
Oh, that looks
good. Better informed about how to store our food, we're able to eat with a little less worry, and it tastes great. Camping in the backcountry doesn't necessarily mean you can't go gourmet. The whole experience is all the better because we came prepared.
Backcountry camping is different than car camping because you've got to do a lot more preparation. You've got to prepare a lot more personal gear. You've got to prepare the food correctly. You've got to be a lot more cognizant of, wild animals and bears and things like that. You have to know where you're going. You have to make sure you know all the regulations, and you have to be prepared to, be away from everything. While when you're car camping, you've got your car right there.
After storing leftover food and waste in our bear hang, it's time for some real camping. A roaring fire, which I had no help in building, takes us through the evening. It's the perfect end to a perfect backwoods camping experience.